Back in early university, most of my friends were in relationships, and I wasn't. I had had relationships before, but there wasn't any one that I was meeting at school that really clicked with what I was wanting in a person. And I had heard about dating apps and stuff, and I thought, like, that seems interesting, but it feels kind of weird to look at a picture of someone and or a few pictures and be like, yeah, I like that one, or no, I'm not interested in them because, not everyone comes off super well in photos. And, we want to think that the character inside is what counts. But, I had been going to university for that point in I think 2 years and hadn't met anyone that I was attracted to or that you know was any more than just a friend. So I was listening to a podcast from this company called Rooster Teeth, and they make all these web videos and stuff. And one of the people on the podcast, this guy Blaine, I think, he was talking about how he was on dating apps and how he had found it weird to be on it because similar reasons as I think I said before, where you're basing it off of pictures and what they wrote about themselves if they wrote anything at all, and that's not all a person is. But he said something about the fact that it's weird, but when you're meeting someone in person, like you see someone at a bar, you're also going on very similar shallow information of like, I like the way they look. They seem interesting. Maybe they're making everyone laugh. I don't know. And so, because of how little information you have to go off in the in person setting and still make those decisions, he argued that they're not so dissimilar. And so that kind of made a turn in my brain. And I thought, you know what? He's right. It's not that different using this little bit of the app, like this method on the app and kind of the method you have in person. And so I downloaded Tinder and it was good because I had just moved out to Chilliwack to do like a farming town so I could do some internships. And while I was meeting people through my work, I was in the middle of this farming town, so there wasn't a lot of crossover or places for me to meet a lot of people. So having that allowed me to talk to people that were nearby that were so far spread out, or people that were back in Vancouver so that I could go on a date when I was back home for the weekend. And like because I allowed myself to use the app, and it is still weird. I still find it very weird, but at least I know that I can still meet someone in person. If like I think at one point my mother had said to me, "Oh, why can't you just meet someone in person? Why do you have to do this online thing? Aren't you scared?" And I said to her that like I was almost more likely to meet someone because of the app than if I was not using it because I was commuting to get to where the date was. I could meet someone on the way there. It allowed me to meet people that I wouldn't have crossed paths with otherwise. Like, you're going to a different university or something. And I've made actually some friends off of it. Not necessarily like, oh, we went on a date and went other ways, but like weird circumstances like I happened to come across a friend's profile and they super liked me because they're like, I recognize you. And so we got to become even closer friends because of that. Um, not dating them though. We would not be a good fit. Yeah.